Microbes. Microbes cannot be seen with the naked eye, and they are not here to cause disease. The learning goals we are going to discuss are define microbiome and discuss why the microbiome is the subject of intense research, discuss prokaryotic organisms, including pathogenic and non-pathogenic examples, include details about at least 3 species, and discuss eukaryotic organisms that are not plants or animals, include details about at least 3 fungal species and 3 protist species. Microbiome can be defined as the microorganisms in a particular environment, or the combined genetic material of microorganisms in a particular environment. Most of the relationships in a microbiome are mutualistic, this meaning that they are not simply protecting us for the sake of protecting us, but also because they are benefiting. Microbiomes exist not only on the inside of our bodies and the bodies of other organisms, but also on the surface. Prokaryotes are part of bacteria and archaeodomains. The cells have no nucleus, but there is enough differences that they are in 2 different domains. Some examples of prokaryotic microorganisms that we are going to discuss are lactobacillus, chlamydia, and actinomyces. Lactobacillus is a genus of bacteria. The metabolism of sugar generates lactic acids by fermentation. Some species are in the human biome, where some are found in the food industry. It lives on the various body cavities such as the vagina, urinary tract, and digestive tract. It is used for yogurt and contains probiotics, which have healthy cultures, compete with bad things, and make vitamins. Chlamydia is a bacteria that causes sexually transmitted diseases. Bacteria enters the target cell and spreads. Actinomycetes are a common soil bacteria that produces geomycin when they produce spores. Rain distributes geomycin from the soil, and humans detect this geomycin as the earthy aroma and the smell of rain.
Eukaryotic organisms. Eukaryotes are organisms made of cells that have nuclei. Most are protists like algae. Fungal species. Zombie fungus, mycorrhizae, and yeast. Fungi are saprotrophic heterotroph with cell walls. The main body of the fungi is made up of thin hyphae, an underground network of thread mycelium. Mushrooms are the only fruiting bodies that make spores. They produce metabolites to help them live. Many produce antibiotics to reduce competition with soil, and some can harm us. Ergot are produced on grain, and they're psychoactive. Aspergillus are used for soy sauce, but produce a carcinogen called aflatoxin. Yeast is used in baking and brewing. It ferments sugar to alcohol and carbon dioxide. It causes bubbles in beer and bread. Mycorrhizae is formed from a plant root symbiont, and it helps plants absorb nutrients and water. Zombie ant fungus produces cordyceps, changing the behavior of the host, which benefits the parasite. Protist species: malaria, nori, and termite symbiont. The 2 types of protists are algae and protozoans. Algae are photosynthetic eukaryotes that are not plants. They consist of seaweed, pond scum, and they are on rocks. They can be green, brown, red, or golden. They carry out photosynthesis. Protozoans are heterotrophic protists. They are parasitic, and they consist of malaria, amoeba, zooplankton, and termite symbiont. Some protists are nori, which is a sushi wrap made from red algae cultivated in Asia; malaria, which is a protozoal disease from a mosquito bite. There's no vaccine for this, and there's large resistance to drugs. Carriers of sickle cell disease are more resistant. Termite symbiont. Termites only can digest wood if they have live Trichonymphia, which is a single-celled protozoa in its gut. Where do we find microbes? A. On the surface of our bodies. B. On the interior of our bodies. C. On microbes. Or D. Both the interior and exterior of our bodies, as well as the bodies of other living organisms. D. Both the interior and exterior of our bodies, as well as the bodies of other living organisms. Which one of these is not prokaryotic? A. Lactobacillus. B. Yeast. C. Chlamydia. D. Actinomycetes. D. B. Yeast. Yeast is eukaryotic. Algae is not A. A plant. B. Photosynthetic. C. A prokaryotic organism. Or D. Ever found in water. C. A prokaryotic organism.